going on, guys? My name is ShayzoenayYT, and today I wanted to share a video with you guys. It seems like story time videos are rather, like, I don't even want to say popular here on YouTube, but people seem to enjoy them, so I was just trying to think, and I'm like, do I really have any? And to share with you guys, I've never shared, like, on my vlogs or anything, and there was one. And I cannot believe that I've never shared this story before because it has stuck in my mind for so long. I think the story took place back when I was like 10, maybe 11 years old, and being 22 now, it's been with me for, 12, 11 years, something like that. So it's a really crazy story, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I got my coffee colada. Okay, so quick background story to the main story. My family and I used to take vacations every year. Once a year, we would drive down to Florida. Now, from where I am, the drive was 24 hours one way. So we were in the car for 48 hours within like a week and a half. It was really crazy. We honestly kind of got used to it. But anyways, we would always go down to Florida, but every year we would choose a different location in Florida. Sometimes we would revisit a location, but it would be like we went to Daytona one year, Orlando another, and then back to Daytona. Whichever place we liked more, we kept going back to. So anyways, I remember one year we were at Daytona, and we stayed at a hotel that was right on the beach. Now, I have to kind of explain the layout to you guys to kind of get a real good picture of the story. So, it was just a hotel. The hotel picture doesn't matter. But you could go down an elevator onto, like, the patio deck where there were lawn chairs and the hotel pool, and, it had a fence around the perimeter of this deck, and then it had a gate on that fence that if you open the gate, you could go down one flight of stairs to the beach. Like, at the bottom of the stairs was the beach. So, my mom and I had gotten in an argument. I don't remember about what, but I got really, really upset, and I just wanted to go sit down on the beach. I just kind of want to get myself out of the situation. I was just really, really upset. When I get really upset, I get really upset. I wear emotion on my face, and I just kind of want to get out of the negative environment. And granted, I shouldn't have left the hotel room by myself. Like I said, I was probably 10 or 11, but at the time I wasn't really thinking, and I again was just really, really upset and just wanted to get out of that negativity circular in emotion in the hotel room. So I storm out. I slam the door behind me, being the rebellious preteen that I was. And I go down the elevator onto the deck that I was talking about. And at first, I sat down on the one of the deck, like, lounge chairs, a beach chair. So I was just sitting there, and I was just trying to, like, reflect on what happened and just try to, like, get myself to calm down and, like, just not be upset anymore. I didn't want to be upset on vacation, but I was looking, like, around me, just kind of looking at whatever, and then I saw our hotel. Like, I recognized, like, when I was in my hotel room, if I looked out the back window, I recognized where I was. So I'm like, oh, okay, my mom can probably see me from outside of the window, and I didn't want that to happen. So I went down, I opened the gate out of the deck, and I went down onto the beach. So I ended up sitting, I was close to the set of stairs. Like, I got off the stairs, and I walked, like, 10 feet away and, like, a little bit off to the side. I think I was just kind of waltzing, and I sat down, and again, I was just sitting there, like, not doing anything. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have anything. I was just watching the water, and at this point, it was probably, like, I don't know, maybe 8 o'clock at night, so it was, like, starting to get dark, but not, like, you see outside my window, it was like this. It wasn't dark, you could still see, but it was evening. So anyways, I'm sitting there by myself, and I kind of see this guy, like, off in the distance on the beach, like, kind of walking close to the water. And I didn't pay any attention to him. I mean, it's Florida. There are a lot of people on the beach. This guy was just by himself. I think he was just in, like, normal attire though. He was wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, I believe. I can't remember if he was wearing a hat. I kind of feel like he was wearing a baseball cap, but I don't know. But he was an older guy, probably like 50s, high 50s maybe. So I see him walking, and I just like quickly glance at him and then look away, and I, you know, eventually kind of came into my peripheral my peripheral vision. Oh my god, I can't say it. I saw him again. So I looked at him again, and this time I'm looking at him a little more closely, and I noticed that he's walking kind of weird. He looked drunk, like he was kind of stumbling a little bit. Not bad, but he was definitely stumbling. So I'm like, okay, like he just came back from a bar. Again, didn't pay any mind to it, whatever. So I'm sitting there, and he sees me. So we kind of made like awkward eye contact for just a second. So I kind of looked away fast, and I was like, oh look, seashell. And so he starts kind of walking towards me, like I'm over here, right? Here I am. Okay, here I am. And the guy's walking far away from me, but then he kind of like starts curving in, but still walking the same way he was coming. So he's walking toward me, and as he's getting closer and closer, I start getting really, really nervous. Like my heart starts pounding, and I have social anxiety. Like he was coming out to me, and I'm like, I don't want him to ask me how my day was. Like that was like what I was nervous about, is him just like trying to talk to me. Like I didn't want to talk to him. I was upset. So he comes over. Now he's standing like right next to me, and he just takes a seat down on the sand right next to me. Oh, and now it's raining. He takes a seat right next to me, and we're like shoulder to shoulder. I mean, like no personal space at all. So I kind of like shift uncomfortably, like trying to move over, but not make it too obvious. So he's just sitting there, and he sits down, and he grunts. He's like, ugh. That was an awful impersonation of him, but he just sits down and grunts. And now he's sitting like a dude, so he's got like his legs, he's got his legs open, and he's just sitting there like this, and then he like kind of leans back, and then he just starts like, you guys, he just starts like kind of fondling himself, and I honestly don't know, it was like, I just kind of like, I was like, oh, what do I do? I was so scared. I mean, like, I was 11. I honestly had no, like, experience in that. The only man I've ever talked to in my life was my dad. Like, I was so uncomfortable, and he's kind of, like, itching / fondling it. He's fitching it. And I am just so scared, so I'm like, okay, like, that's enough. So I kind of get up, and he looks at me, and he's, like, watching me walk. I had to walk in front of him to go by the stairs. So I'm just kind of trying to walk, like, as if I'm not scared. I'm just like, oh yeah, strolling back up. As soon as I hit the stairs, I ran up those so fast. I think I was skipping like 5 steps at a time. So I get to the top of the stairs, and like I said, there's a gate. So I'm panicking because I cannot get the gate open fast enough. Like, I kind of forgot how it works. So I'm like not fondling the gate now. He's fondling himself down there. I'm fidgeting with the gate, trying to get this thing open as fast as I can. Finally, I get it open, and I run down the deck. I'm the only one out here. I run, and then halfway I stop, and I'm like, okay, like, maybe, wow, now it's starting to rain hard. I'm like, okay, maybe the guy isn't following me, because that's what I thought. I thought he was going to follow me up the stairs. So I stop, and I turn around, and I face the stairs that I just came up with. And I'm standing there for a few seconds, just kind of waiting. Like, I'm just kind of nervous that this guy is going to follow me. Girl, this story gets real. I will never be able to get this image out of my head. So, the deck level, obviously higher than the beach. The stairs. You can't, if you're on the deck looking at the stairs, you can't see someone standing at the bottom of the stairs. So, I'm just standing there staring at these stairs, and I just have a feeling that this guy is coming after me. And no sooner did that thought come through that I see his head poke up, and he's walking up the stairs. I honestly thought my heart was in my butt at that moment. I was so scared. I did not take a second glance. I ran so fast back to the elevator. I was panicking. I was hitting that button as fast as I could. Finally, the doors open. I get inside. I hit my whatever number I was on, and I was like hitting like the doors closed because from where I was inside the elevator, I could see the guy, and he was trying to open the gate, but he was super drunk, so he couldn't figure it out. Like, I couldn't figure it out, and I was sober. I was so scared. This guy was coming after me. So finally the elevator door closes. I run up. I'm banging like ferociously on my mom's, or like our apartment at the time, our hotel room, and finally she opens it. I'm bawling my eyes out. Like, I'm just hysterical, and I'm like, this guy just sat down with me at the beach. I said he started kind of touching his private areas, and I said he started following me up the stairs. I said he got stuck on the gate. So my I have 3 brothers, so my 2 older brothers went, and my stepdad went to the window to see if this guy was still following me. And we could see him, because remember how I said the hotel rooms, like, you could see out on the balcony? Well, you could also see, like, over the balcony or over the deck onto the beach. So the guy had given up on the gate and started walking, like, across the beach again, and then he was, like, stumbling, and he actually ended up getting sick on the beach. Like, we saw him bend over and get really sick. But that was, like, the scariest experience that I have ever had, because it wouldn't have been as scary if, like, he just sat there and he was just kind of like fondling himself or whatever, and you know what I mean, and then I left and that was it. But it was so terrifying to see him come, like, the moment I saw his head come above that deck was petrifying to me. It was awful. It was awful, awful, awful. But that is my scary Florida experience. I'm sure that I can think of another one. There's so many crazy things that's happened in my life. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know, because I would love to share more crazy stories with you guys. And to show me that you enjoyed it, please leave me a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you don't want to miss any new videos. I put out vlogs every single day. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, both at ShayzoenayYT, if you want to follow me there. And until my next video, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!